How is the art scene ticking? Everything we always wanted to know about art. A podcast of Petra Lossen. Doncho Donchev is a Bulgarian painter. He graduated from the National College of Applied Arts in Triavna and studied painting at the University San Cyril and Methodius in Veliko Tarnovo. As he says himself, he received a very good education. Till today, he benefits from this knowledge. Doncho is an artist with many facets and talents who is not satisfied with staying at a certain style, but is constantly looking for new ways and challenges. He enjoys working with different materials and painting in front of audiences, as well as conducting interactive projects. Doncho is also interested in science, society and politics, which is reflected in his works. Hello, Doncho.
Hello, Petra.
It's very nice to have you with me in this podcast. And let's start. You got into art with your studies, National High School of Applied Arts in, how do you say it? Triavna?
Triavna, yes.
Triavna, okay. And St. Cyril and Methodius University of Veliko Tarnovo.
Yes, Veliko Tarnovo. Yes.
Okay.
It's academic education, yeah. Yes, I had a great chance to get into this art school and then get my academic education.
Yeah.
The teaching was at a very high level, and I learned classic way of, for example, drawing, sculpting, and actually how to express myself.
Okay, yeah. You can draw so fantastically without using a template. For me, you are kind of a genius.
Oh, no. Thank you, Petra. I'm not genius.
For me, you are.
Yeah, it was really a good high-level education. Yes. And then I specialized animation in New Buyana Film Studios after my academic education. So I don't think it's a move away from art. On the contrary, animation and my work in cinema give me the opportunity to learn a lot of new things about, for example, movement, form, and time. This opened up greater opportunities in my work.
Yeah. This is why your figures always look like they're still moving. You're using also a variety of materials. Also these egg cartons. And you create sculptures with it from these egg cartons. How came this idea into your mind?
I don't like monotony and repetition of the so-called personal style. Courage and artistic change are very important to me. This is what gives me a sense of freshness. I don't want to be a whole life like a slave to just one successful style. That would be a disastrous effect on me. Okay. I'm trying to keep in touch with the dynamic nature of our times. And that's why there is such diversification in my work. Yeah. I draw before audiences, work with, a variety of materials, oil, mixed technique, acrylic, ink, and also I make illustrations, paintings, sculptures, interactive projects. Yeah. I'm generally open to the challenges that surround us.
And I remember, Doncho, that you also used pattern from your mother's journals, which you found in an old cupboard. And you used them for your paintings. You included them into your paintings, so your works became something like a combination of these patterns and your drawings.
Absolutely. Yes.
I haven't seen that before.
It's another area which I like to study, is connected to the wisdom and wealth of ancient thought. How you know, my 2014 project, Logos Mythos, was exhibited in Bern and Zurich.
Yeah.
Thank you, Petra, for your professional work. We
You're welcome.
do this together.
Well, a pleasure.
And thank you very much. And then we presented it was 2015,
Yeah.
I think, yes, in Vaduz in the Liechtenstein National Museum.
Right.
In this project, how you know, here I look at the differences in the world around us.
Yeah.
It's a beauty and ugliness exist, and neither of them can thrive without the other. These are the opposites of our existence, just like light and darkness, good and evil, truth and lies.
Yeah.
So beauty is everywhere, even in the smallest things. One must be awake to feel it and to have their senses for it. Okay.
That's good. And you also participated in 2 expos. One was 2015 in Milan, and the other one was 2017 in Astana. Let us know a bit from these experiences.
Yes, I participated in Expo Milano 2015 with my work entitled Riflessioni. It's reflection to English. In front of the Corriere della Sera pavilion, and then Expo Astana 2017, where I created a large-scale panel entitled Human Energy. This was later to become the property of the World Expo Museum in Shanghai. These 2 events were organized by Arminio Schioli, curator and director of the Leonardo da Vinci Art Gallery in Locarno.
Yeah, you have held a large numbers of exhibitions around Europe and, of course, in Bulgaria. And you got the biggest response to your satirical collection, which is entitled The 21st Century. That was shown in Sofia in the Central Military Club in 2018, right? What was your intention to paint these works like this?
In 2017, I created the satirical project, 21st Century, to show the contrast of our times. It shows some of the most prominent politicians worldwide drawn in the form of playing cards. The original work size is 88 to 63 centimeters. It's a mixed technique, and I painted for a year. Politics is a game in which we can find all the human passions, how we know. The perception of world leaders is contradictory, so each of them is drawn in 2 different ways. The playing card is very favorable for such a drawing because it can be seen on both sides and have 2 different emotional states of the character. This is an antipode of feelings and aspirations. Also, aces from a deck of cards point to the problems of humanity. The project is built on the contrast, and I don't take sides, but I only show public opinion and differences. So, the search for truth through art requires courage. I have never had a problem with that.
Yeah. And have you ever got a reaction from the people you painted?
I don't know their reactions. I don't know.
You never heard, okay. Yeah,
no,
I understand.
No.
Because you painted famous politicians in a provoking way, For example, Soros giving an apple, and if you turn the pic, it shows him grabbing the apple. And you painted also Berlusconi, Donald Trump, Putin, Erdogan, and so on. All
yes, the Queen Elizabeth, Merkel, and Erdogan, all famous politicians. Yeah.
And that all in a provoking way. So, and then one side is it is showed what they are promising, and on the other side, what they are doing. Is this right?
Yes, it's two faces.
Yeah,
good and bad.
Yeah, exactly. You show the two faces of the people and how you see it, right?
Yeah.
It's really great to see it. And then you went to Geneva to the CERN in 2016, and in 2018 you participated in Geneva's CERN. They combine science and art in an extraordinary way. Tell us a bit about this.
In June 2016, I held an exhibition in CERN named Particle Metamorphosis. This is related to particle divine. It was also very successful. And then in CERN, I met people with whom I shared my next idea. The large project timeline of the universe. That's how I decided to start work on it. And this is a project that collects, science and art in one.
Yeah.
It tells of the evolution of the universe from birth to the appearance of the human being.
Yeah.
The stages of development are drawn with the colors of the spectrum. Each color reveals a different reality in harmony with the color sounds music that develops in parallel with the composition. As we know, painting and music are connected, and together they enhance perceptions. The abstract forms give freedom to the imagination and the opportunity to dive in a different world. The entire installation is exposed in a circle as symbolically reminiscent of the human eye from the entrance.
Yeah.
The violet, it's the first color. The violet color is the beginning, going through the other colors of the rainbow to get to the red. It is our world. So Professor Dr. Leander Litov has a major role from CERN in the project. Also, the music is composed by composer Emil Pehlivanov. And the timeline of the universe is an audio-visual project presented as part of art at CMS, program in CERN, and has been shown in a number of locations around the world.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you painted a very famous painting of Leonardo da Vinci. Salvator Mundi is the title of a painting attributed to Leonardo da Vinci. It's an oil painting, depicts Christ as the savior of the world, and is dated to around 1500. The provenance of the painting is only incompletely documented. Only after 1900 there is a reliable evidence, although at that time the painting was attributed to a student from Leonardo's circle. In 2005, the work was acquired by people who initiated restorations and investigations. Various experts came to the conclusion that the work was Leonardo da Vinci's own. At that time, there were other assessments which assume, for example, a workshop work and thus only a co-authorship by Leonardo. Regardless of this, the painting achieved the record sum of 450 and something million USD at Christie's auction in New York on November 15. That was in 2017. And so it is currently the most expensive painting ever sold at auction, and it is privately owned. On the occasion of Leonardo da Vinci's 500th birthday in May 2019, you repainted Salvator Mundi in front of an audience in Locarno. You also painted this work as a deck of a card with two opposite sides, like your playing cards series. Doncho, please share with us your thoughts regarding this.
I began work with Arminio Schioli, the director of Leonardo da Vinci Art Gallery, and Paolo Schioli in this part of Switzerland in 2015 with a program of performances, exhibitions, and also participation in joint project. In May, 2019, to mark 500 years of Leonardo da Vinci's death, I painted in front of an audience in Rivellino, recreating Salvator Mundi. It is, one of the most interesting and most enigmatic of all paintings. This work, besides being one of the most valuable, is also highly controversial. I provoke the viewer, turning the image both ways around, this creating a playing card. My performance was filmed and broadcast by Swiss National Television FCI. At the same time, also, I, as a part of the Leonardo 500 exhibition, I presented a project entitled Codex Metamorphosis. The work is part of a longer series interpreting the metamorphosis of Ovid and the modernist Kafka. Leonardo da Vinci is like a bridge between antiquity and future. His drawings, codes, and works have been transformed in our times. In the exhibition, the main painting, Madonna, its interpretation of one of his drawings, I created completely on patterns from fashion magazines. You know my works with fashion magazines. I also present natural sketches of different animals, looking like pages from an old book, and their mirror image created from constructive forms. Also in December 2019, during an exhibition at the Leonardo da Vinci Art Gallery, in honor of the Da Vinci's work, I performed a series of life portraits. It's another part of my work, portraits, and earlier performance painting as part of cultural events in Rivellino and the Locarno Film Festival. I have included portraits of Marco Solari, the president of the festival, Peter Greenaway, film director, Swiss President Berset, also President of Lithuania, Dalia Grybauskaitė, and others.
Doncho, what are your next plans? What are your upcoming projects?
The first one is fundamental interactions. The project consists of 4 large panels with size 200 to 400 centimeters. They're located opposite. The project again combines science and art in one. It will be presented first in Sofia in May next year, and then at CERN in June 2022. The second one is Festum. Art is card. It's my favorite. I paint. It's my favorite theme of painting, playing cards. This is a graphic art installation
Yeah.
Playing cards will also be printed like limited edition.
Mm-hmm.
Each work is placed independently and rotates through a system that allows the viewer to see the card, the painting on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It
always
is.
had an interest, how I said, in playing cards.
Yeah.
More specifically, the design and symbolism behind each card, and how an artist can use them as a canvas. The original works are painted on a canvas with size 100 to 800 100 to 80 centimeters.
Oh, that's
Uh, it,
quite big. Yeah.
yes, it's a big canvases. It's mixed technique, mainly acrylic, graphite, pencil, and varnish.
Yeah. I'm curious to
Uh,
see them because I'm asking myself with the politicians, it's easy to what they promise to show what they promise and then what they do, the opposite. But with the art, it's quite more difficult to show two parts of their personality, right?
yes, each face card presents it's a famous artist. One side
Yeah.
of the mirror image is a portrait of the artist.
Yeah.
The other side is a portrait in the style of the artist is famous for.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Wow. I'm looking forward to it, to see them. Great.
It's soon, Petra.
Yeah.
And the third, my project is very big. The project is divided in two main parts: The Last Supper and Reborn. I'm working on this project with my friend from Berlin, Angel Dimitrov, together with
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
It's combining unnecessary waste and humanity byproducts with living nature in an art installation to be seen by many people all around the world, using the power and social function of art to state universal human problems with focus on environment. The design and creation of the project are based on also on science and modern technology. The first part, The Last Supper, covers the theme of humanity's self-eating.
Yeah.
The installation is comprised of a human embryo on a plate held up by its umbilical cord.
Yeah.
The original model I made of papier-mâché, egg
Yeah.
cartons. These are the useless waste used to make something creative and a new life.
Yeah.
A copy of the little plastic is placed in an aquarium filled with seawater
Yeah.
with living corals planted on the
Uh-huh.
embryo surface. The
Yeah.
corals' beauty and colors will gradually envelop the shape. Okay,
Yeah.
and the entire process is filmed with cameras from different angles.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see on my website
Yeah.
this project. And the
It's
second part is Reborn.
yeah.
Uh, it will be recreating the project in a natural environment. Finished, the sculpture shall be made of maybe metal, size 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter. The final placement of the object shall be in a diverse friendly cove. The corals shall cover it completely in 9 months. Submerged in natural environment, it shall reflect of the idea of rebirth, the place could gain popularity and maybe attractive of many visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen it on your website, and unfortunately,
yes, we will present maybe next year in Berlin.
Yeah. Okay.
In Germany. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. I have read that some of the artists around the world had problems with the time of the lockdown during this pandemic, and they were a bit unmotivated, maybe a bit depressed. How was it for you? Have you been able to concentrate on your work, or was it difficult for you to continue working during that lockdown?
These are strange times for all of us, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the tragedy of the people.
Yeah.
But I think that after all, this is all we will be more positive and aware. I think. I don't know. I hope. For me, this was a fruitful time because I closed for 2 months and finished my book album with drawings, Persona Satiricona.
Yeah.
It presents 101 celebrities from different times. The artists, musicians, politicians, everywhere. And they are connected in a fun way.
Yeah.
The book has already been translated into several languages, English, Russian, Lithuanian, Chinese also.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
have you also German? Have you translated into German?
I want. Maybe
not yet.
I want. And also performances in different countries are coming, accompanied by live painting of the presentation.
Great. Doncho, it was so great talking to you. Thank you so much for your time, Doncho.
Thank you, Petra. It was a pleasure for me, and I hope to see you soon.